that's good. There you go. And it takes forever. Alright, Grinks. I just gotta make sure I don't have to make this video again. It's pretty bad. I gotta check the audio on this thing every. Yeah, send us back to the Stone Age. Get it over with. Technically, we are in the Stone Age, society-wise, to some level. All right. Yeah, I'm not at the beach. The thumbnail says, yeah. But I did get kind of that vibe of a ship at the beach, so we'll see. Alien contact. So I'm gonna say it's 100 times or 1,000,000 times, whatever. Yeah, obviously the timeline is, like a time frame is not clear. But embracing that timeline, or just the energy of it, looking at society, it's was it Generation Z that's out right now? I don't know whatever this 20-year-olds are, or I don't know. It's kind of like it's like they lost their muster. Of course, the generation before that effed them all up. But also, the new generation is kind of like, I don't know, stagnant. But that's always going to happen too. But anyway, we're in a weird timeline. Maybe it's just me. I don't think so. Tonight, this timeline needs a jolt, a change. And we're at this weird period of just a potential of alien contact. Of course, I've also had some indication here and there. I've had my experience, and a friend of mine had a dream about it, preparing for contact, which just came out of the blue because we're looking for it. And we get these connections. It's like it's like, okay, that's nice. Until we see results, it's kind of like you kind of brush it off a little bit. Of course, the interaction I had went on for a while. And I still feel the frequency of it, of course. And I felt them around here and there. Of course, I've been feeling more. It comes and goes. It's like sometimes I'm going to tap into them, sometimes I'm not. Just not that I'm trying to connect to them constantly, but at times I feel like, which has never happened before, of like almost as if like they're standing in front of me. Not exactly, but it's like there's and this is most likely them doing it. Of the veil is thinning when they're letting it happen, as if I'm like, maybe not here, but when I come out and about, I almost feel like I can tap into I can walk into their realm. But I just see the veil thinning, but I can't necessarily walk into or know who's there or anything like that. Let's put it that way. That's probably a better way of explain. I never had that before, so it does feel like they're testing things out. So it's like, I never thought about bringing this up here, but I think it's a good idea. This is contact, right? So, but it's like, yeah, you're driving or you're walking, and you just all of a sudden ended up in their dimension, in the alien dimension. But you see our reality here too. Like ours is a parallel reality. So ours comes ghostly, and the alien one becomes real. Think of it that way. So I'm feeling like the curtains are thinning out every so often. From what it felt like, I can make that connection anytime. I can tap into their field, but not always. Usually I don't even bother. Yeah, they go do their thing, I do my thing. I go get tortured here, and they just fly around in ships and watch us be eaten alive. Yeah, so this looks like being emotionally blowtorched on. rejected, blocked, tarred and feathered, whatever. But it just feels like the obviously is you know it does feel like they're testing things out, because I never felt that before at all. Like I said, like I'm getting close. The veil is thinning, and every so often, like I try to tap into it. I don't really get anywhere with it, but I know they're there, and that was never there before. So kind of repeating a little bit, but you know. So yeah, once again I think it's healthy to tap into well, this is all about psychological. I mean, it's those that stumble upon this, wherever the deep state's allowing to stumble upon it. Well, of course, the alien beings help with this. This is all a test, also. It's a little bit of everything, but sometimes for my protection, it's because this stuff will freak people out. But eventually, some of this is going to have to hit the mainstream if this is intended to happen. And I've heard this about alien contact. Oh, you need like a physical meeting. But from what I've been picking up on recently, you just do it energetically, and obviously you can tap into it. But you can only get so far with that. Yeah, because I only let you know so much for obvious reasons. But this is more like what I was feeling recently. Was like it's an energetic connection, and they're right here. There's just no conversation going on. So it's nothing like the other one. The other one was just like a beam, like an energy field for about 10 to 20 minutes. And you feel like you're in the best, like this is where you want to be. You're nirvana, you're zen. Everything's gonna be fine, it's surreal. It's almost how I'm getting bubblegum energy. I guess it's kind of like you just feel, I don't know where that's coming from, but it just has a different spice to it. So it's highly and it's funny, I'm not getting a whole, I'm being suppressed like a motherfucker. They can't suppress, when contact happens, they can't suppress it. I mean, I guess they could suppress it to some level, I don't know. So, obviously, you bring this stuff up, and you got nothing to show for it for now. They said you connect to the SSP stuff, and they're actually, oh, this is real, but you don't see shit. It's all just hearsay, and like I said, there's some people that are really going through some major conflict there for sure. Some of those that are like emotionally traumatized by those realities are definitely, but the numbers are not as high as the audience. They're high, but not high. Almost like a life-threatening energy there, because you're like living in 2 different or 4 different realities. So those things are very real for sure. But then of course you have the alien religions that have some psychotics there. Just the way it is, Well, you start criticizing them, and you get the alien Bible thumper from hell. Ain't going there. But it's some of those are Illuminati controlled. They're just not quite ready to connect with themselves. They are, but they still need some kind of religious parent or an alien parent, and it can get kind of dirty. Well, because that alien parent can be abusive, manipulative, just like any other parent, right? Some parents, not all, but some, yeah. It's like, I'm your parent, I can do what the fuck I want with you. I just fucking messed up, but it's so true. And they're not, and people, of course, aren't noticing it. Yeah. Oh boy. So, um, this is Avatar.com. Private sessions. Schedule. Shop here. Yeah, we got the new. Not that it matters. We got. Oops. We got Teams. Yeah, it's something different. Whatever. I'm not a huge fan of Zoom. Yeah, whatever, right? It's just a bunch of blah. Other thing is, kind of cleaned up this site a little bit. It still needs. That's as good as it's gonna get. Now, this is the T-shirt channel, which I haven't made it clear, and I had some requests for something different. I guess it's the alien pinup girl. I guess. Whatever. The other ones aren't working. So you just. Which one? That one. Those are all posters. I didn't make any shirts of any of that stuff. So this one came to me. The image here came just. I didn't even ask for this image, and it showed up. So that just says something there. It was here, which is a cool one. Of course, all the other alien weirdness here. Yeah, Mantis. Yeah, she has to have her own shirt. Got a running gag there. Uh-oh. Maybe that didn't work. Oh, come on, man. Did that even work? Go back there. I'm not sure if that was working or not. Oh, because I went to a different, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, we have these two. Let's keep it short. Yeah, that was weird. I give up. I don't know if any of that worked. Check the audio again. Oh, man, what's wrong with this thing? Yeah, you can't win with this stuff, can you? The alien contact vibe. Obviously, a lot of people are not taking it seriously, or I wonder why. It's just I did feel so a couple months, which we now. So what we have now, nothing. And of course, what was it Snow White that's out there? It's kind of like a disaster. So they used to make like really bad movies for like what 40, 50, I forget, $80 million. Now they make them for $300 million. I don't know. I guess Disney will survive it. I guess, but that's the least of your problems because society obviously is nowhere near connecting to itself, and some of them are of course, but. As for when contact occurs, if it does, obviously it would, but I guess we'll find out. It's not going to be disclosure, meaning government disclosure. No, they suck. They're just whatever. Bunch of pansies over there. Anyway. No, this is actually the aliens. If this even happens, which I would say it would, but I guess we'll find out. They'll just make an appearance here and make more than just one appearance. They'll have to do worldwide. And I guess it might feel like an invasion. Of course, you see a ship in the sky, scare the shit out of people. But it's not going to be doing anything. I think they're just going to be hovering in the sky, and that's about it. And somehow the representatives will come here, get it to people like myself or somebody, or I don't know, I would assume. Some kind of contact, I don't know, somewhere. I guess the Secret Service might get involved, or the shadow government, FBI, I don't fucking know. But obviously the dream my friend had was that, preparing for alien contact here. So, Of course, I did have some contact energy recently. Of course, yeah, the one about a month ago was the strongest for disclosure. So, but I feel like they're just going to appear here on their own. It'd be a humanoid, like a Palladian being, Nordic, or something around those lines. I don't think that'd be too weird. Alien. I mean, just whether you have a ship in the sky and a bunch of beings in some kind of casual wear jumpsuit, look kind of whitish or palish or whatever it is. We'll see. Sleek white hair. Who knows? Of course, there'll be other races here too. Other colored. Some might be blue. I think they're going to try and stay to what we're used to first. And I think it was when I was at the beach, I felt the Zeta energy. That comes, yeah, I felt that. It's funny, that comes later. We're going to freak everybody out later. But just for the Nordic beings, wearing alien jumpsuits, you have a UFO in the sky, that's going to fuck people up. I think it's fake, and I understood. Unless you're experiencing it, if it's just on TV, understood, because it's surreal. It's not an invasion. It's contact, visitation, soul improvement. That's the thing. It's like when they do show up here, it's kind of game over for our reality. And that's the weird. It's like, okay, those that wish to evolve will evolve. And those that think this is all fake and nowhere near ready for this. I don't know how it happens with that. Either they only just stay here and we're just tough, they're gonna be here. Technically it's gonna be a reset of the timeline, meaning like now we're kind of going into an alien timeline, to like it or not, and the regular people will be involved with it too. They're just living in that world. And when the aliens appear or they disappear finally, it's unclear. It feels like they'll still be around. But yeah, that's when you have different scenarios. Like they assist with our technology to advance, not too much. Maybe some space travel, like space tourism or something. It's not clear yet. Of course, at the human state right now, oh jeez. They just send them to the moon and they'll just trash it. Then the Mars just trash it. Of course, that's just the programming of still. Yeah. Then they'll have like another version of My Favorite Martian. Whatever. But what I'm getting now, obviously these are all just versions. The aliens come here and they bring alien technologies, help us evolve, and then reset the timeline where you have your technologies, now you have this so-called history of it, and the aliens are now gone. Well, it's not here physically anymore. They're just, as speculation that they were here, kind of reset it slightly, but help society still continue on. And those that here that are evolving, well, I'm assuming connected. I'm not sure where that goes exactly. I don't know. That's just a version. Take it with, whatever. That's. Tesla has some advanced technologies. Maybe some of it is alien. Some, of course, all of it has some kind of Zeta connection. But Tesla does have some futuristic connections there, because that's why they set them on fire. So obviously they've been helped, and of course they have the SpaceX that's not really doing a whole lot. So just little alien disclosures here and there, even with Tesla, because Tesla's changing the car industry, even if it's not exactly the most energy efficient thing. But yeah, eventually our power grid will be upgraded at some point. But like fusion or something, I don't know, something else. It's not what we're doing right now. So, but for contact frequencies, yeah, we just have to wait and see. I guess I can connect to the. I've been doing a lot of Andromedas recently. I can do do another one of them, just real quick. What's this? Greetings. A lot of humans have trouble letting go of the past. We are the Andromedans. But those are like, so that's why your third dimension continues the way it is. Bitterness, betrayal, just traumas. And to bring in alien elements here that actually help with the psychological abuse that's been going on for some time. Slowly, to unravel the hooks for the person to evolve to the next level. So think of it, those of you on a spiritual development are kind of like your future physicians, your doctors, your mental, healers. Uh, little by little, some of you just get into the animals. From there, it's all about frequency in the long run. And so you learn your place here at some time, your position, your job, if you don't have an idea of it. And now you will, at some point, contact. Well, technically you're going through contact now. At the level you want it to, but you're all talking about it on the net, a good portion of you. So that is contact, the beginning stages of it. And what's to come, of course, will be obviously a mystery. So, what's this?